Music.
There you go.
If you're happy and clap your hands. That was in sync. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I agree. That was like perfectly.
And I came with a 2-second delay on it.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Sit quietly as I explain to you why it's immoral, it's bad, it's a waste of your time to get children.
Dumbass bitch.
Let me make this stand out.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. It should stand out. It's very nice. It's very shiny. I feel like, oh, sorry, we forgot. We've been recording.
That's so cringy.
Hey, didn't see you there.
Oh, why?
I
didn't see you there.
I didn't see the camera. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Radio IB. We're recording episode 11, if I'm not mistaken. Or
you're gonna wear your hoodie.
You're gonna go with the Assassin's Creed.
I'm tired today. Fucking.
Sure.
My hair's probably messed up, so I'm just gonna.
No, it's all right. It's just as it usually is.
I wanna keep it.
I messed up because it's always messed up.
C. What should I see? I was about to say C.
Letter C.
No, I was thinking like Spanish, like yes.
C.
Oh, okay. I thought you just said like the letter C.
Yeah.
Yes, my hair's messed up.
Anyways, as you can see, we're missing some people. Nicole and Jonathan couldn't be here because of COVID, of course.
COVID all the time. COVID all the time.
Yeah,
I just got back from having COVID.
Yeah, exactly. So welcome back. Good to see you.
Thanks. It was boring.
Welcome.
Because I was isolated, and because on the farm there are multiple houses, and so my parents, they just threw me into another one of the houses and forced me to not leave.
What, did they just lock all the doors?
Yeah, they did. They locked every window, every door. They just locked. Sure. They just forced me to be in there.
Did you have any food?
There's a little
you have to grow your own food, okay?
That's what you do on the farm, right?
Yeah, but just like whatever. It was like the Mars movie or whatever. You just you break down the floorboards and you try to farm some potatoes or whatever.
It's the movie. Yeah, exactly. It's the one.
Martian.
And the Martian, exactly. It's the Martian.
Catching in a Swedish farm doing all that.
No.
Day 3. The spuds haven't grown.
There's a little, there's a cat entrance. And
you're gonna feast on cats.
All right, no, we don't feast on cats. We are barbarians, but we're not that barbarian.
We're not that barbarian.
Wait, aren't there people in the world who actually eat cats?
Yes, Asia.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, and they just push in a little bowl of food, really, really gently through that, and then they just.
Right.
So they wash their hands like, oh, you gotta.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
It's not a monster that's locked inside. You can just be gentle and relax. Anyways, good to see you. Good to see that you're back. And as you can see, we have a wonderful decoration here for today's episode.
It's a sort of Christmas
metallic,
tree.
Heartless microphone stand.
It's very heartless.
Yeah.
Why did you
I don't know. It was the first thing that popped up.
Okay. You're spending too
much
much time with your mom.
I have not, dude. I have not. And I don't even know why I end up sitting next to Iman every single time I'm eating lunch.
He's Persian.
Yeah, same.
No, but no, please. He always sits.
Well, he kind of goes around and he sits next to whoever he likes to.
Yeah. His jokes are. I don't recommend his jokes to anyone.
Not to anyone.
My worst enemies. I don't recommend.
Worst enemies.
Sort of like a punishment.
Oh yeah.
And how just suicide.
Poor as hell is just Iman telling jokes.
It's crazy. And some of these jokes tend to stick longer. The dirtier they get, they stick longer.
What do you mean? They stick in your head?
Yeah, and I remember every single detail. I remember his tone, the way he said it. It's
really. Is that traumatizing?
Dude, it's very traumatizing. Especially that grandma joke. I don't want to talk about that one. Anyways,
I know which joke you're talking about.
Be happy that you don't have to hear that joke. In fact, I've forgotten it. It's probably a suppressed memory, but
it's not a good joke.
No, it's not.
It doesn't matter.
It's just very.
All right.
Anyways, let's not talk about Iman for now.
Tests.
Yes, Ben.
Let's do tests. So, AASL has a test next week. I think it's either Friday or that is the day when art has a comparative thing that they have to do. I think it could be Friday.
Artesa compare. What do you say?
Comparing art pieces or some shit.
Oh. Okay.
Then
Just a short thing. I love that you're being so detailed with the assignments, comparing shit, art shit, comparing art shit.
You're very,
I don't
very
take
articulate.
Art. I don't
Yes.
take art, dude. English was at the start of the
You
day.
do take-
all
you
my
do ta-
articulateness.
You do take English literature.
Yeah, I know, but also I'm tired as fuck, and all of that immaculate, spotless. I forgot the word.
Immaculate, spotless.
Rhetoric. No, not right. You said it recently. See, this is why my English fucking
Get back to the
goes
test.
down.
Yeah, get back to the
Well,
test.
whatever. All right, we're going on a tangent. That's for later. That's pretty much it, really.
Oh, that's it.
I mean, I don't have any math tests. We don't have any chemistry tests. We don't have economics. Econ SL has got. For an assignment, it's basically an essay, but we have to like write down. We have to answer some questions that are set up like in an essay format. We basically have to write an essay. At least Econ SL has to.
Yes.
So fucking do that, I guess.
As you can see, today's is very much extemporated because we're only 3 people.
Yeah, and we're out of resources as well. Where as you can see, they're sharing a microphone.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
And that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
pretty much.
Wonderful.
What are you guys doing for your EE, by the way?
Oh. Haha.
Good answer. Good answer.
Bio.
Bio. Yeah.
What are you doing for
I already
bio?
heard your topic.
Like, well, I mean, I'm gonna change this, but it's basically how a chemical PFAS.
PFAS.
Polyfluorinated hydrocarbons
Okay.
affect the body and how it can hinder those effects. And the thing is, PFAS are super stable and they're like everywhere in our environment because like DuPont and like other chemical companies basically just like put them in Teflon and then they leached out everywhere. So now
Are they bad for us?
yeah, because I mean, we literally had on the news. It said stuff about like, all right, yeah, we're doing tests for PFAS in the water surrounding the places and all that, whatever. And basically, I looked up online and there's some like it can be carcinogenic and other stuff like that. But
That's not too good.
and DuPont. The thing is, DuPont got like information from another company who did research for them on the PFAS, and they're like, yeah, no, don't put this in the project. They're like, Teflon, put it in baking sheets and stuff, and then they're like,
Put it in everything we used to eat.
and then like some scientists were like, we're seeing this chemical pop up blood. Let's try to find the blood in some other place, like other side of the world.
Where they don't.
Yeah, where they don't have it. They went over there. They had it, and then
Oh, because it spreads really fucking far.
yeah, and it's in the water and like yeah.
Damn.
Hey, search up John Oliver PFAS for more because he's really good at that's where I got all this information at least.
Okay, sounds good.
Wonderful.
He's really good. He's a
What
comedian.
about you, William?
I am still thinking about it.
Yeah.
I
know
have
that-
till today to
Yeah.
send it in. So I'm one of those guys who send it in on the last day.
You've got three. I mean, you need a second choice just in case of the first choice
The
falls.
thing is, I have multiple choices. It's just that none of them are really good.
Oh, so you don't know what to like. You don't know what topic to put first.
I mean, I can talk about the things I have. Like there's I'm thinking of doing one for Swedish because I have heard that it's impossible to not get an A in Swedish for the extended essay. So
It's gotta be good. That will come out.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna write about dialects from the area of Sweden I come from, Halland. A certain dialect called Morpekanska.
Okay.
Which is like the neighbor village from where I live speaks this language. It's not even really a dialect; it's almost its own language.
Okay.
Right, that's the thing. You talked about this before.
Probably talked about this before.
Yeah, you've told me about it before.
Because I can speak it to an extent.
Okay. Cool.
And my second choice is like writing about some essay in English and analyzing essays in English, which
Literary.
literary analysis.
Seems like that could get. I mean, from my point of view, it seems like that could get boring quickly.
That's the thing. It probably get really boring.
Yeah, because the thing is, what's great with the extended essay is if like you know the topics that you love, or like you choose the topic that you love as your extended essay, you can always just change your research question around a lot. Because that's like.
I mean, I like this. I like this sort of stuff. It's just I feel like it's not great.
Also, the fact that you have to pick a topic that you're passionate about, like I get the idea, but in real life, it's not possible. Like bio is my favorite subject. I love it. and I love genetics, DNA, but I can't really. That was a long shout.
These fucking children again. No one's gonna get that reference right now.
No one's gonna get it.
Which is good.
No.
It just makes you guys sound terrible.
All right, continue.
All right.
Okay.
Ben is a big fan of children. Anyway, just want to mention that. No, it's not true. Okay.
It's not true. It's not true.
Anyways, but like genetics, DNA, I can't really, with considering the resources that I have and a school has, I can't really execute a good experiment on DNA and genetics. So in real life, that's not really possible. You still have to consider your limits.
So you're gonna try to do something on DNA?
No, I'm not. That used to be my second option, but I've changed my mind.
Right. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, look, it's very complicated. Because I haven't figured it out yet. No, but I have one main idea. I just have to like angle it a bit to kind of fit into that English criteria.
I know. That's what I have to do too.
Yeah, but it's kind of stuck in a gray area. It's psychology. I don't take psychology, but it's not a requirement that I have to take the subject.
No, you don't have to take it. You can make it like a world study.
It's kind of, if you think in real life, the teacher will probably prioritize the already like psych students than an outsider. Like
yes, definitely.
So
maybe
it's not an option. Yeah. So we'll see. Linguistics.
So
it's about
linguistics.
Yes.
Like psychology of linguistics.
Yeah. So basically, it's about how
Psychlang.
Languages actually form and shape our conception of the world.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because we use our primary senses to experience stuff, right? We smell stuff. We taste stuff.
We talk about stuff.
Yeah, we
make noises
we
about
hear
stuff.
But the thing is, how do we come to represent and realize an abstract concept like time, justice, or freedom?
From speaking.
Yeah, exactly. And like how do different languages differ when trying to experience a concept like time? So that's basically that was my idea.
We had that for TOK.
Yeah, it's such a TOK thing.
It is 100% TOK because we when in our TOK class we've been doing language and knowledge.
You have. Okay.
We have, and it's basically this stuff.
Okay.
We watched a video where a person, I think it was a linguist, explained like took several languages and explained how basically, because like if you have one language that like experiences time differently or like direction differently, then they kind of because it's like then they don't really understand some concepts, right? Or like if you don't have numbers in your language or the concept of numbers, then you don't have maths, and then you can't build like massive structures and all that, right?
So it's interesting stuff, but I need to work on it.
So basically languages don't have to be built on the same kind of logic that our language, Western language usually are built on, because they're all built on very similar kinds of logic, whereas there is a multitude of logic.
To give another benefit to language, like there's a people in Australia.
Yes.
But there's like I think it was some kind of subgroup or whatever.
There are like a million different kinds.
Exactly. But it's like they measured.
It's two big tribes.
But they gave directions cardinally, so they had really good sense of direction.
Yeah, we saw this video in TOK.
Yeah, exactly.
We did
and
this.
that's
This is
the
a TED
linguist.
talk.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm referencing, right?
All right.
Lara Borditsky. She's really good.
All right.
There's also another language that I think I've heard. And I think it's African or something like that, and they basically have only present and present tense, and they don't have like them pronoun. So like if somebody was here in the room and they left, he's dead to the people in this room.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
so he doesn't exist anymore.
Wait, how the fuck are you?
You can't even speak about him because
there's no way to like talk about it.
What's it like?
Can't you just say like he is somewhere else?
No, basically, because they sent someone to like tell them about like Jesus and like have them to like become Christians.
Yeah, but they couldn't.
They were trying to like say there was this person who was, I don't know, good or something,
And they're like,
and they
fuck.
didn't understand.
Because there can't have been a person.
Yeah.
Either there is a person or there isn't
Yeah,
a
and
person.
see, that's what I'm talking about, like how languages affect our experiences or our understanding of the events and stuff that is happening around us, right?
To picture that in a fine language, you say the phenomenology of language or the phenomenology of
I'm gonna take
linguistics.
some notes. I'll use some
I don't know if you're gonna be able to use those sort of methodologies, but maybe you can.
We'll see. I have to work on it.
Yeah,
it doesn't quite fit into that, first.
No, it's supposed to be a
into English.
question of
but I'll get there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to go with my question for today?
Yes,
Talking about questions.
With Uncle William.
Such a segue. All right. So today's question, I'm gonna go straight at it. It's about death. My question is, what do you want to happen? How do you want to die? And like when you've died, what do you want people to do with your body? Do you want people to celebrate your death? Do you want people to mourn? What do you want?
Well, like celebrate isn't like he's gone. Let's remember all the great things he did and do it in a celebration, or like celebrate isn't like woohoo, the fucker's dead.
I mean, now you can interpret that how you like.
That's so lonely, though.
Well, that's champagne over your grave.
The lonely thing is dying without anybody realizing. That is lonely.
That is lonely.
Yeah.
Sure.
If people at least celebrate that you're dead, then you're not alone.
I feel like
Because a
that'd
lot of
be the
people are
best
afraid of dying alone, I think.
Your enemies would be happy, not your friends.
I mean, I'm bringing happiness to the world, am I not?
I feel like
With
it'd
your
be best
death.
to celebrate
No.
a person's death, because then it's like you replace their passing with like a celebration.
Happy time.
So it's
Yeah,
like
also, yeah,
so it's like they're
it's
gone. Of course, you're sad about it, but you're like, you know what? Let's celebrate the life that they had, and then you like.
Yeah, and also
Exactly,
an
that's what I would
appreciation
like.
of the good memories that you had with the individual, with the person.
So how do you want to die? If you think about it, like, what do you think are the, best way for you to die?
In peace, I would say.
In peace?
Yeah.
Peacefully in sleep is probably the best one, I think.
Maybe. I mean, it's like the most shocking way to die, probably.
That's the only way you're like,
No, that's probably not the most shocking way to die.
Yeah, it's probably the least shocking way to die.
I
as in like, it's not like you're asleep, you wake up and then you die. It's
Who
like
knows?
you go to sleep and then you die.
Who knows?
Well, I mean,
Heart attack.
well, then my grandfather would
Twice
have
into-
closed his eyes by himself then.
Who knows? Maybe that's a death reaction. I don't know. I have no idea. Because I don't know how death works. I've never died.
Personally,
Good.
what?
I'm happy for you.
Thanks. It's quite an accomplishment. I'm 18 years old and I've never died.
Oh, damn, bro.
Good.
With all the technology we have now.
You're saying something.
Yeah, I mean, personally, it doesn't really matter. What matters to me is that hopefully I've lived a happy life, and then I can call my life life. You know what I mean? Like
The death part doesn't matter as much as the life part.
yeah, I mean, it's to me it's more important to kind of focus on the living, and once you're alive, you appreciate the moments that you're having. It's just my
Maybe you
thought.
want to appreciate death too.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
It's hard to do.
death gives
dead.
meaning to.
Who
knows?
I mean, death gives meaning to life, right? The life
Sure.
would have been so meaningless if.
If it went on forever.
Yeah, exactly, and
And now we just have a short moment.
yeah.
Short moment in eternity.
That brings me a question for you then, because you said you'll think about life, or you really only consider your life to be life once you lived it or whatever. Like you said something along those lines with death. So my question to you is, what do you consider life to be then? At one point, does it become a life which you'd think like you can is worth dying for, or like you could die?
I know. I'm not sure.
There's probably
think
not
it's
a
more
there's
like a
probably not a
sensation?
demarcated line where like when you've crossed this point, this is a place where I can die.
Maybe it's more of a sensation than a point in like
Probably
space and time.
gradual.
Yeah, and it's in human nature to long for survival. And
Well, yeah. But like,
Sure, you could probably go against it if you try,
at a
but
certain point, you'll be like, fuck it, I've had enough of this shit, right? Because like at a certain point you've lived, because like there's a point in life where you can't really move around as much as you used to, at least.
my
for now, at
grandfather
least.
actually, I mean, he did that because he decided himself to just stop breathing.
Oh, that's
dude, that's dark.
that's
dark.
that's hardcore. that is hardcore.
Not very hard when you've been in hospital for like 2-3 months.
Oh, okay.
He just didn't want to anymore, so he decided, he told the doctor, I'm gonna stop breathing now.
How old was he?
83, so he wasn't that old, but he had really bad cancer.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
But like he actually just told the doctor, I'm gonna stop breathing now. And
Imagine the doctor being like,
and the doctor was like,
Okay.
no, excuse me, and then he just died. He just did.
I mean, yeah, sometimes
Okay,
it's just hard to.
I mean,
It's
there are
hard
certain
to.
kids you can get that if you like, I don't know.
like, do not
Oh,
resuscitate.
yeah, you get
don't
help.
get CPR.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's do not resuscitate, because at a certain
Yeah.
point it's like you're so old and frail that like doing CPR would just do more damage than good, and it's
Yeah.
just torture at that point to keep you alive.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of what it was.
Yeah.
It was torture.
All right. Well, then it makes sense, right? To be like, okay, I'm outie.
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye.
Wake me up.
Don't wake me up, please. I'm gonna sleep now.
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. It's like, all right, I'll come back soon.
horrible, man. We're
It's
talking
the opposite of it's a different kind of 5 more minutes.
5 more eternal minutes. Each second being eternity.
All right, where were we? Okay, sure. So, I want to get into what happened, what I want to happen when I die.
Okay.
Tell
So,
us about it.
I consider dying being as much part of my life as that's part of my whole story, you know.
Of course. Yeah.
So, well, I don't actually consider this, but it's just a sort of power fantasy of mine, I guess.
Okay.
So when I die, I want everyone to, throw a huge party celebrating that I've died, and then I want everyone to take my body to the top of a mountain, and I want to have a sky burial. I want to be eaten by
one of those-
vultures.
Oh, I know that one. Well, like a pyre or something like that, where you have like I know something.
Yeah,
something
sure.
like
I guess a
that.
pyre could work too, but
Well,
like,
yeah, but it's
at
like
top of a
you
mountain.
want to be at a mountain, yeah.
And I want to be, either left to the elements or.
To the
Well then, I mean, like, you want to have a sign saying somebody is having a sky burial up here. First off, it has to be legal in a country to do it, but then also it's.
Doubt it matters at that point.
Well, yeah,
I've
but-
said it, like, I think I've said this before, but when I'm dead, I don't think it matters.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but that comes to the question of like, if you're a hiker and you go up a mountain and you don't know there's just been a sky burial, you're like, holy shit, that's a dead body.
Well,
And why are all these wasted people tumbling down the mountain?
Well, it's gotta be like Tibet or something. This is barely anyone there.
Up to Everest.
Yeah, top of Everest. That'd be cool.
Not many vultures, more just icy winds.
Yeah, that's true. My body's gonna just be cold.
Like,
frozen.
as like old, like we're grandpas and we're like taking William up the Everest and we die together. We just take off our clothes and we die together.
Well, he'll already be dead. That'll just be suicide for us.
It'd just be mass suicide for my sake.
No, like,
I don't want that.
No, I don't
I'm
want
not
that
saying,
either.
we do suicide. I'm saying like we are close to our deaths also. So like.
Oh,
just-
right. It's the
climbing a
last
mountain.
thing we do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's kind of fine.
Climbing the mountain, yeah.
Just be like, oh, I don't have the energy to go down. you could either have a really climactic death by like taking a sleigh with you and just riding up.
That is the most climactic death. That is the most epic death.
You just go on K2 and just the massive flat faces.
What are you looking at?
No, it just our discussion reminded me of this quote. Says, and I don't even know who said this, but I remember reading it from somewhere. It says that we all die. The goal isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will.
Right, yeah. You have an eternal story that people will tell for ages.
So a legacy. But then comes the question of, do you really need a legacy?
Yeah, I don't feel like I need a legacy, but
No, I don't think.
it'd be fun to have one, I guess.
Just enjoy your life, or like you don't need materials or like materialistic things. That's mainly what people say is like, with money doesn't give you happiness. It's not that. Sure, money gives you comfort, but it's experiences that you have with people that give you happiness.
Yes, absolutely. And doesn't need to be a legacy like a
people
Chinese
need
dynasty or something, you know. Just the good and bad memories that you've created with your family.
Yeah, like it can be,
That can be
a legacy that lasts throughout the people that knew you.
Yeah. That should be enough,
Unless
right?
you're the last person that knew you, then it's
That's okay. That's depressing, but yeah.
all right.
What time is it?
That's about it, I think.
That was like solid 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Good job.
Sounds good. Yeah.
We kept it up for
But, like-
quite a while.
Sweet.
Yes, so people live happily and create memories with the ones that you love.
Do so.
Dude, all I
Sure.
know, when we die, the people who love us will miss us. That's all I know.
I don't doubt it. I hope I don't have to doubt it, at least.
I mean, it really depends on what happens from this point onwards, right?
Still, dude, come on. Someone will
Well, yeah,
care for you.
someone. But then comes it like, is it?
That's a new big thing in
let's just-
philosophy, actually. It's called the philosophy of care.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah, it's a new sort of thing. It's about caring and what it means to care and stuff along the lines of caring. And people haven't really paid attention to it for a long time. It's kind of new.
Okay.
Sweet.
Sounds interesting. All right.
And have shared experiences with people, and that should give you happiness.
Hopefully.
And go through. Living a comfortable life isn't a fun life because you're not challenging yourself. Do that. Do
Unless
that
you're
with friends.
comfortable challenging yourself.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I mean, nobody's comfortable challenging themselves because it's forcefully exerting yourself to get better.
I guess you can really. I don't know if you can be comfortable in constantly making it hard for yourself and going outside of.
It's possible,
But the future of life can be more comfortable because of the challenges you faced before.
Maybe.
Do it with friends, and that should make good memories, which should make good life.
Have friends.
Sounds good.
Take that advice.
Good. Let's wrap this up. It's time to say goodbye. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you guys for being here
Sweet.
with such limited resources and limited people.
But we aren't limited people. We're entirely unlimited.
We are very limited people. We are
that
almost
didn't
the
quite work
definition
out
of
as you
finite.
hoped.
No, I am entirely unlimited. There's never been a limit to anything I've done.
We are almost the definition of finite.
I am the definition of infinite.
Okay.
Infinite.
Right. I
gonna
got
end
the
this
joke.
podcast
Yeah,
here.
We're gonna end this podcast. All right.
It isn't infinite. It's finite.
Have a nice one. Bye bye.
And goodbye.
Definitely goodbye. Yeah. All right. Bye bye.